This is high school football. Hello everyone and welcome to Syncom Media brings you the high school game of the week. The football team from Newport covers the Hoxie on a roll as they've managed to win 3 in a row to hold down second place in a very tough 3A3 conference. Hoxie must win out this year to have a chance for a playoff run. It's the Greyhounds of Newport High School. It's the Mustangs of Hoxie High. It's the Syncom Media High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome everyone to Crowder Field for Suncom's Game of the Week, where the Newport Greyhounds come on to take the Hoxie Mustangs. I'm Nathan Pankey. Joined alongside me is Steve Clayton. Steve, it's 10 toes down for this Hoxie team. Steve, what do you think they need to do to make it in the playoffs?
No doubt. They're the mindset that they have to win out against a very tough Newport team tonight. And then they play Walden Ridge next week. Walden Ridge has a pretty good team as well, but they do play them here. So to me, in my opinion, that game's a lot more feasible. They'll have their handful tonight, but they'll fight tooth and nail to try to get a victory tonight against Newport.
Absolutely, and if you are Newport, this is a loss tonight you cannot take, so big stakes for both of these teams. We got a great coaches show coming up with our very own Steve Clayton. It was a great interview. I heard it before the show. Don't go anywhere.
At Glen Sain, we've spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-through window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casamaya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casamaya.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Steve Clayton, joined by the head Mustang, of course, that's Tom Sears. Coach Sears, the season so far hadn't exactly been like you've liked it, but you still hold a lot in the palm of your hands. Talk to us about the conference standings and what your chances are to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, you always have your sights and your aspirations, and you always set them high at the beginning of the season, and we never change ours here. It's going to be the same from year to year. We want to try to win a conference championship. We want to be in the playoffs every year, and it's been a challenge this year. Sometimes some years it seems like you get all the breaks, and this year it seems like we just hadn't got them. And man, our group of kids, I just can't say enough about them. They have battled. They don't miss practice. They do everything we ask them to do, and it just tears your heart out at some of these tough losses that we've had, and you just want them to win so bad. But they've battled. We're still in position to get in the playoffs. We've made it really tough on ourselves. We're going to have to win here at home against Newport and turn around and win here again against Walnut Ridge. But, man, I bet on these guys they're going to lay it on the line and give it everything they got, just like they have all year.
Along those lines, you played pretty much everybody competitively in your conference. You're tied, I believe, for 4th or 5th right now in the conference with 2 wins is a must for you to make the playoffs. Talk about people that have impressed you more than what you thought. Some of your standouts so far this year. Yeah,
with us going in with a new offense, we're running a flex bone offense this year, and you just never know how that was all going to work out. And I couldn't be more pleased with our quarterback, Dylan Barnhill. I think he's done an absolutely fantastic job of everything Coach Cole Sears has asked him to do as far as controlling the game, running the option, making reads, checking at the line, all the stuff that guys that coach quarterbacks and their offense coordinators know. There's a lot going into it, and he stepped right in there like a kid that's played quarterback his whole career, and this is really he's only played quarterback for a year and a half. So for him to come in and play the way he has is a tribute to him and how important it is to him that he's focused every day at practice and how he's carried it over to games. And Robert Martinez has had a fantastic year, slot running back. He's had a great year. We lost Aiden Rodney, our other slot, week 2 against Westside, broke his collarbone, and that was a huge blow to us. We get Rodney back this week, so we're really excited. We were hoping to have him last week, and it was a game time decision. They didn't clear him, but they cleared him for this week. So excited for him. And then Max Slaughter, our fullback linebacker, has played really well too. Mac and Robert are getting gotten some offers already from some NAIA schools here early on, so really excited for them and some opportunities for them to continue playing after here too.
Coach, it sounds like things may be coming together at the right time. You got a pretty tough opponent in Newport. You stay right there and you stay right there. We'll be back to talk a little bit more about the Greyhounds of Newport High School, today's opponent for Hoxie on the Suncom Game of the Week.
There's only one name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, start your day off right with the best breakfast, from skillets to omelets, pancakes, and more.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
One name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, you'll always enjoy the best burgers and other favorites, including our delicious steaks, all hand-cut and perfectly grilled.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Once again, I'm joined by Tom Sears, the head man here at Hoxie. Coach Sears, before the break, we talked a little bit about the standings, the conference standings, but kind of elaborate on that.
Yeah, it's been a battle. Going in the season there, at my own picks, you kind of figuring out how everything's going to play out. Rivercrest has played some really good ball and's leading the way right now, and
they're
undefeated, and that's a team that we had on the ropes here at Crowder Field and had opportunities to win the game. So Newport had a big win last week against Walnut Ridge, which has put them into second, and then it's put Walnut Ridge in third. And I think right now it's kind of filtered out with Osceola, Harrisburg, and us, and kind of juggling for playoff spots. But this conference number one, has some fantastic coaches. A lot of guys that have coached a lot of levels, higher levels, and have settled in at these smaller towns that are really crazy about their football, and back their teams, and which makes it tough. Those guys are going to have their kids prepared in every avenue you can. And then player-wise, there's some terrific skill kids in this conference, a lot of speed, and you got to cross your T's and dot your I's every Friday night, to play, to come out with a win, So we just got to keep doing what we're doing and try to progress and get better and try to get us a couple big wins here at home.
With skill players in mind, talk to us about Newport, because I know they got a pretty good running back. What all do they do offensively?
They're very talented, always very talented, and Coach Reardon and his staff do a fantastic job. Every year, those kids play extremely hard. Very, very tough kids. Defensively fly around the football, and offensively they're very, very multiple. One that impresses me the most is the Reynolds kid at quarterback. I think he's a fantastic player. If some small colleges aren't getting on him as a quarterback, they're missing out because he can flat play. So you put him along with their skill guys, and it just makes them very dangerous. Their running back's a very, very good player. They got three of them really that run the ball a lot, and then they throw the screens and stuff out in open space, and it's a challenge. But you gotta be able to fly the football. You got to get there. You got to have all 11 guys getting there, and you got to tackle, on defense to give yourself a chance and put them in some bad situations. And we got to control the ball offensively. We've got to do what we've been doing this year and doing a great job of controlling it, and keeping the clock, keeping away from people, and making them in uncomfortable positions that they don't want to be in.
Schematically, will the Mustangs do anything differently offensively and or defensively?
Defensively, we're constantly trying to adjust because we just kind of hadn't felt like we've played to our level of what we expect us to do. And Coach Williams does a fantastic job, and we just got to get kids in position. We just hadn't made plays. So we're going to attack and try to bring it to them. And I don't think Newport's a team you can sit back on and try to read and stuff, or you're going to find yourself in trouble. Especially with them probably team-wise being quite a bit faster than us. So we're going to try to stunt and slant and hopefully cause them some problems, and offensively do what we've been doing, keeping the ball away from people and execute, and hopefully put some points on the board and cause them some issues and put them behind a little bit, put them in uncomfortable positions.
Well, like we were talking about, the season's kind of on the line here. Can we look for any trickery or anything off the cuff?
We're going to throw everything we got at them. That's what I told the kids early in the way. I said, guys, there's no reason to hold anything back. Everything we got on every phase of the game, kicking game, whatever we got, we're going to throw at them, because there's no reason to sit here at the end of the game and go, gosh, I wish we'd done that. So, or have anything in your pocket that you think's a nice trick play or something, you might as well use it now. So, they're excited. They've had a great week of practice. They've been really focused and dialed in, and which is a credit to them. That Friday night was
about your kids.
Yeah, our kids. It was a tough loss Friday, really, really tough, and and to come back and practice and do things the way they did this week shows a lot of their character.
Well, a lot of the character stems from you as well. As Tom Sears is one of my favorites. Join us back at Crowder Field. We'll have a little more pregame, and then the first half kickoff on the Suncom Game of the Week.
$2025 is almost over. Year-end savings at George Kell Motors in Newport, Arkansas. You need a truck, an SUV? Come out to George Kell Motors right off exit 85 of Highway 57 in Newport. Look, we've got everything you need. Don't wait. Come pick out your vehicle. Don't wait too long. You might miss out on the vehicle you want. We're at George Kell Motors. Call us at 870-523-2792 or view our entire inventory at georgekellmotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
High school hoops in Arkansas has a long list of legends that everyone knows. Names like Sidney Moncrief, Corliss Williamson, and Joe Johnson. What if I told you there were high school legends that have been forgotten? Legacies erased from history when their schools were lost to consolidation. Names like Ricky Norton, Scotty Pierce, the Morrow Brothers, and countless others. For years, I've tried to figure out a way to keep these legends in their schools from fading away and becoming nothing more than just a name in a historical book. I wanted the younger generations to hear about the untold stories and forgotten accomplishments from these legends of the small schools around the state of Arkansas. Schools that barely got their scores in the newspaper and only got mentioned on local sportscasts if they happened to win a state championship. Schools like Biggers Reno, Oil Trough, and Parkdale. Cam Productions presents the Final Jump Shot podcast, coming soon to your favorite podcast provider.
At Glensane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Back here in Hoxie, Arkansas, we missed the coin toss. Hoxie won. They will elect to receive, and we'll get to see Newport kick this ball off first. And it's Halloween night. For those of you watching, I'm sure you already know, but a lot of these kids out here got their costumes on. It's always a great time of year, Steve.
Well, not the players, obviously, but
the
students in the stands all are decked out as well as the band. So it ought to add to the excitement here tonight. It's always a great time here at Crowder Field. And I'm looking for a very competitive game. Hoxie will have to play hard, which they will. Newport's so athletic and pretty big up front, but Hoxie very, very well coached. I'm a big fan of head coach Tom Sears and offensive coordinator Cole Sears. And we'll see their offense on the field, like you said. They won the toss. They elect to receive. They'll be going right to left, which is south to north here at Crowder Field to start this game in the first quarter.
Yep, getting ready for the opening kickoff here at Crowder Field. Hoxie's got 3 backs to receive. Number 20, the kicker for Newport.
I will tell you quickly, the referee is Hall of Famer Curtis Tate, umpire Terry Bumpers, line judge Andre Harris, field judge Travis Woodard, and the linesman is Ron Hubbard.
And while they're at it, it's a good return up to the 36, so we're going to see Hoxie's offense for the first time tonight.
That was Robert Martinez on the return, one of the keynote backs for this Hoxie offense. We'll call his name a lot, both offensively and defensively for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. You can see some of the Hoxie coaches giving the play call, and we're going to get our first down of action underway.
You can see what I'm talking about on the screen right there. The D-line outweighs the O-line of Hoxie probably by 20 or 30 pounds average.
Motion in the backfield. Give it up the inside. He'll find some space, but it'll be a short gain.
That's the triple option we'll say frequently tonight out of Hoxie's flex bone attack. That time they give it to the first option, which is the fullback up the middle. Gain of 2, let's call it second down and 8.
Absolutely, and some of the wishbone plays and triple option, that's some of my favorite football.
Well, it's definitely smash mouth football. They're going to have to rely on the quickness with the offensive line of Hoxie because, once again, they're definitely outsized.
Changing the play call from the sideline.
There's Cole Sears, the offensive coordinator, son of Tom Sears, calling in the play from the sideline.
And they'll give it to the tailback, and he'll get some yards and separation all the way up to the 51-yard line, and that'll bring them their first down of the evening.
That's correction, that's not Martinez on the carry. That's number 12, Aiden Rodney. Rodney is back after a broken collarbone. This is his first game back. You saw some excitement out of a good run on the reverse by Hoxie.
Newport's defense looking to respond. Come back in the same set.
Which they'll be in
all night long. Motion across. They'll give it up the middle of the fullback again. He's got some room. Up to the 40 now.
Boy, that's controlling the line of scrimmage. A great job of hard running by the fullback. That's Max Slaughter on the carry for the Mustangs. A good rumbling, stumbling carry across the positive 40-yard line. They got 1st and 10 at the Newport 39.
They'll do it a little bit quicker this time. Barnhill under center.
Dylan Barnhill, his twin brother Dalen also in the backfield. He'll play receiver some for the Mustangs.
Motion across. They're going to give it again to the fullback up the middle. And he's got some room almost to the 25.
That's that smash mouth, hard nose, flexbone football at his best. Once again, Max Slaughter on the carry for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's had some great carries tonight so far just in this first drive. They're going hurry up, and they'll bring a heavier set this time. Motion across. They're changing a play after they motion that.
Well, they try to draw Newport off sides and then actually call the play from the sideline.
Believe time out Newport. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-through window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casamaya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casamaya.
There's only one name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, start your day off right with the best breakfast, from skillets to omelets, pancakes, and more.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
Back here after the timeout, charged to the Newport Greyhounds. So after a stunned defense off of the first few plays, they'll call a timeout and try to get their things back together.
Well, this is exactly how Tom Sears and offensive coordinator Cole Sears drew up the offense. They've got a very nice drive going right now. The eighth play of this opening possession for the Mustangs.
End around number 12. He's got some blockers, but he'll get tripped up and only gain about 3 or 4.
There's Aiden Rodney again on the carry for the Mustangs. A nice play to stay ahead of the chains. It's really a gain of 4 or 5 on the play, so it'll be second down, very manageable for the Mustang offense.
Absolutely, and they having a great go of it so far tonight. Been very responsive in their triple option wishbone kind of play. Gotten all the way down here and now knocking on the red zone.
Well, they've done exactly what they want to do offensively, and that's a time possession, ball control offense. They obviously cannot afford a turnover.
Motion across. They'll give it to the fullback. They've been doing that all night. And Slaughter going to have a good gain. Approaching the first down marker, but they're going to give it to him as well. So it will be the first down for Hoxie, and they have just shown up and shown out this first drive.
Oh, exactly what they want to do offensively. Kept the ball a bit under 8.5 minutes when the ball snapped here on this play, and they're in the red zone 1st and 10. So a great Hoxie drive on their opening possession.
Barnhill under center again. And they'll give it to number 16 this time, one of the tailbacks from the left side, and that'll be a good gain as
Robert
well.
Martinez, we'll call it a halfback out of the flex bone. 2 halfbacks are he and Rodney. They're doing a nice job of establishing the run with Slaughter up the middle. The motion men are doing a tremendous job on the low reverse play out of the flex bone. So another good job. 2nd and 6, so right where they want to be as far as the first 6 are concerned after a first down play.
They'll come out again and really just driving all the way down the field.
By design, they look over to Cole Sears Hoxie will be forced to take a timeout after a little confusion offensively.
Yep, timeout. Don't go nowhere.
One name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, you'll always enjoy the best burgers and other favorites, including our delicious steaks, all hand-cut and perfectly grilled.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
7:45 to go in the first quarter. Hoxie takes their first timeout. And as they saw, I guess, a shift from Newport that they didn't like, and trying to draw them off sides. They've drove all the way down the field here, now in the red zone of Newport. Newport has had a great year. They're 6-2 coming into this game. Hoxie's got to win out to go into the playoffs, so a lot of stakes here.
When Hoxie's playing hard, we knew they would. They're well-coached, well-disciplined football team.
They'll give it again to the fullback, and he'll get popped, but he'll keep going. And
That's Slaughter getting inside the 10, so another great down and distance for this Hoxie flexbone as they'll face 3rd down and 2. Obviously 4-down territory, Nathan.
Absolutely, and for a team like this where, consistent yards are the way to go, I wouldn't even be ashamed if they went for the 4th down from even the 50, their own 45. It
yeah, on the
converts very.
positive side, they're pretty much going to go for it every 4th down opportunity.
Yeah, and they'll try to get it with the quarterback. He'll keep the ball.
He's got the first.
He's got the first down, so the quarterback keeper will work to convert. And a new set of downs, it's now going to be 1st and goal.
Once again, a great opening drive. The clock will be under 7 minutes. Does two things. Obviously, they're in position to put points on the board, but it also keeps this very potent Newport offense on the sideline.
Yeah, the less amount of time that offense Newport, they've got a great way of playing.
They have so much team speed.
And then,
Nathan.
If Hoxie wants to win this game, keep doing what they're doing, running this
is
clock
exactly
out.
how they're going to do it.
Motion across. They'll give it to Slaughter again, trying to find a hole, but they will trip him up inside the 5.
Came about 2 or 3 on the play, so not a bad play. Hoxie in this conservative offense, number one, they can't afford turnovers, like I said, but penalties and negative plays they have to stay away from as well to be effective.
Yeah, and a team like this where they're going to crawl for every inch they can get on the field, a turnover would be devastating. This drive, it's been very well, but if they're to get down in a big situation, it gives them less time to come back the way they run their offense.
Not a good come from behind offense at all, but it's all been tailor-made so far for the Mustangs.
And they'll give it to the end around. He's got some room, no blocks, and he's going to reach, and touchdown, Hoxie.
Boy, you saw Newport doing what they do best, running the football. But I believe that was Aiden Rodney on the carry. Does a great job to get in the end zone. And exactly what Hoxie wanted to do offensively on their first possession. Clock under 6 minutes, so they ran more than half of the first quarter clock off and got 6 on the board, pending the extra point.
Absolutely. Quarterback Barnhill, number 3. He's also going to kick. So see if they can make it 7-0 to open up this game.
Well, he's a straight on the kicker, if I remember correctly, from us being here. Bad snap. Good job by the holder. And it hits the crossbar. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to doink off the bottom crossbar, so it'll be 6-0. Hoxie will lead after the break.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
69-yard drive to get in the end zone there for Hoxie. They'll go up 6-0, 5:43 left, and they're going to kick it to Newport.
Well, like I said, an ideal drive for Hoxie. Every series of downs was three downs to get a first down. No negative plays, obviously no turnovers. And the drive came away with 6 points. A big opportunity for Hoxie, but those extra points or missed extra points, let's hope it doesn't come back and haunt the Mustangs.
So Slaughter, the fullback, who will be credited with the touchdown, or no, excuse me, that was number 12, Rodney, who got the score. So he'll kick it away. It'll be short, but whistles will be blown.
Hoxie was offsides. I don't see a flag.
I don't either.
But usually when it's blown dead like that, the kicking team is offsides.
Yep. Too early.
And there was a little confusion. There was kind of a semi-push onside kick attempt by the Mustangs. Looked like a little confusion there on their kickoff team. And I think what happened, Nathan, they didn't wait on the referee to blow his whistle.
Yeah, they went too early.
Too quick, yes.
We'll stay at the 40, Slaughter, the kicker.
Once again, they'll try to keep the ball out of these very potent return men. And there's a
true they got a hand on it, but one of the Greyhounds going to come up with it, and they are just slamming him. But he will go down around the 42-yard line.
And I appreciate what Tom Sears is trying to do. In the coach's show, he said he would have a lot of trickery. The onside kick attempt right there nearly worked, but it did not work. And what that does is sets up Newport with tremendous starting field position on their first offensive possession.
Yep, even better field position than Hoxie started with this last drive. So we'll see what Newport can get cooking up on offense. They struggled to stop Hoxie the first drive defensively, but they have a very, very potent offense.
Greer, the running back, was All-State last year at Riverview.
Motion across, and it'll be an end around, and they're going to try to use some speed, but he gets tripped up. Not going to get the first down, but there's also a flag on the play in the backfield.
Curtis Taylor signal. I bet it's a hold, and it is a hold
call
against the. So after their first offensive possession and the first defensive play for the Mustangs, it's been exactly what they wanted to happen. That time it was Christian Nichols on the little quick reverse hitter for a nice gain on first play, but it's negated by the holding penalty. So it'll back up Newport to the 32-yard line where they'll have first down and 20.
Absolutely, and I mean that could have been even bigger play if he wouldn't have been tripped up, but the holding will negate that regardless.
You saw some of the speed that we're talking about,
Absolutely.
though, Nathan. They have it from all weapons in their backfield. Quarterback Luke Reynolds under center right now for the
And he'll look to throw, and it's just going to be short, picking on zone coverage. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to take up the field, run out of bounds near the 45, but they are going to get into Hoxie territory, 5:30 left on the clock.
Once again, Christian Nichols on the completion that time, and that'll be the objective of this Newport offense, try to get the ball to their athletes in the open field. That's exactly what they did. They get the ball on the positive side of the field, first down and 10. Now at the Hoxie 45-yard line.
Luke Reynolds, the quarterback, they'll go under center, single back formation. And they're going to give it to the back. And he's got some blockers, but he's going to get in his own way. As you saw there on the screen, a flag on the field as well.
Thrown by the umpire, so it'll be interesting to see if this is another illegal block by the Greyhound.
Again.
And it is another hold, so Newport kind of shooting themselves in the foot after a few nice offensive plays, actually three nice offensive plays here on their first offensive possession.
Absolutely, but them two holding calls going to be rough ones to deal with. You see Reynolds there at the top of the screen getting the play from his coach, offensive coordinator.
Be first down and 20 again.
And Hoxie did receive, so they will not get they'll kick the ball off after the half, so they really Hoxie would love a stop.
A stop would be very big.
Motion across. They're going to fake the give, but he'll give it to the other back, and he's gone. 30, 20-10. He's going to score, and they're going to tie it up. Moment as it stands. Touchdown, Newport.
Luther Poe on the reverse, little inside trap reverse that time, and showing off their speed, which they have. And boy, this game is held true to form and what we thought. It would be a ground control offense for Hoxie and a very speed-oriented offense for the Greyhounds.
That's going to be number 10, Samaj Morgan, the senior, going to get that score. And they're going to go for 2, it looks like, as well. Not a whole lot to lose here. If you don't get it, it's tied. If you get it, they're up by 2. And they're going to give it to him a number 4 again across the middle. Big block on your screen. And they're going to get it in for the 2-point conversion. So it'll be 8-6 in favor of Newport when we come back from the break.
2025 is almost over. Year-end savings at George Kell Motors in Newport, Arkansas. You need a truck, an SUV? Come out to George Kell Motors right off exit 85 of Highway 57 in Newport. Look, we've got everything you need. Don't wait. Come pick out your vehicle. Don't wait too long. You might miss out on the vehicle you want. We're at George Kell Motors. Call us at 870-523-2792 or view our entire inventory at georgekellmotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
So after a touchdown and 2-point conversion, some great offense by Newport, they're going to kick it back to Hoxie now, who trails by 2.
Well, there's no substitution for speed. Newport able to overcome 2 holding penalties on that drive and showed you a very fast-paced offense. And they score right at a minute of having the ball in their possession, where Hoxie on the other end, they scored, but it took them over 6 minutes to do so off the clock.
It's a big difference when you can do things like that. I mean, you can both score, but that's a lot of time off the clock that Hoxie will use, and they're going to try to get a return now. Rodney trying to get some space, and he'll get almost to the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 39.
Got some good blocks there on the return.
Absolutely, very patient on that return as well.
Nice job by the return team for the Mustangs.
See him there on the screen. We're going to see Hoxie's offense again. I mean, if you're Hoxie right now, what do you got to do, Steve?
Keep grinding and pounding. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Pick up first down. Hopefully, if you're a Mustang, get the ball in the end zone once again.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to think this is kind of a must-score situation. You don't really want to go down, especially to Newport, who, as you saw, just scored within a minute and then got the 2 points.
They're so explosive offensively. Newport is. The best thing Hoxie can do to negate that Newport offense is keep them on the sideline.
Absolutely.
Get another 6-minute drive here. Take 6 minutes off the clock and get 6 more points on the board would be ideal for Hoxie.
Motion across. Give it to Slaughter again. He's been reliable, but will get stumped at the line to gain. Only a gain of about 1 or 2.
And what Newport has done here on this position defensively, Nathan, they have absolutely loaded the box. Right now they have 9 defensive players in the box against this Hoxie running game, and that's no matter how good you are running the football, it's hard to do when you're outmanned by that many players.
Absolutely. You see this big heavy set Hoxie's brung haven't really shown a lot of single receiver stuff so far.
They do have a wide out for the first time.
Yeah, they will now. They'll respond to that last defensive stop. He'll motion across, but they'll give it to Slaughter again, but it'll be given to the other back. Dylan Barnhill, number 1.
Dalen Barnhill, yeah.
Dalen Barnhill.
Dylan is twin brother is the quarterback for the Mustangs. I asked Coach Sears, some of the people that are old like me, some of our viewers will remember Randy Barnhill, the All-American lineman from Hoxie that went on to be an All-American at ASU. I asked Coach Sears if there was any relationship, and he did not know. Was not aware if there's any relationship to Randy Barnhill, who's probably pretty close to 60 years of age right now.
So Martinez on the motion. They'll call the timeout. Hoxie, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So, Hoxie bring up a big 3rd down and 5. They'll want to convert here bad.
Very badly, because they're on the negative side of the field. They do not want to punt the ball and give Newport their second offensive possession.
You talk about them being a 4-down team, but it's really hard to justify going for it from here, especially with a potent offense like they've got.
I bet if they get 3 yards, we'll see them go for it on 4th down, though, Nathan. So a big down here on 3rd down and 5.
Varnhill. And they're going to give it to Slaughter, but the quarterback, Barnhill, will keep it, and the ball's going to be fumbled. And
Newport was recovered.
Newport will get the ball. So big turnover.
Well, like I said a couple times, you cannot afford to turn the ball over if you're Hoxie. They turn it over on their own side of the. You see Barnhill gets stripped right there. Nice play by number 53 from Newport.
It's a Jay Grady, senior defensive lineman.
Did a great job to strip and then recover the fumble for Newport.
So you'll get to see this offense again from Newport. They've been electric.
So they're starting on the positive side of the field now. So Hoxie definitely put themselves back to the.
And Greer, he's got some open room. Big gain there for about 16.
Boy, he never hit just a high gear speed running the ball. So quick, side to side, laterally. Showed you he has great hips on that run as he's able to pick up a 1st down inside the Mustang 30-yard line.
And this has been all chunk plays for this offense so far tonight.
Well, like I said, their first possession, they overcame 2 holding calls, which are usually detrimental in high school football, but didn't even slow down the very potent offense from the Mustangs.
Yeah, man. Another 1st down there from the Greyhounds. Just had some open space and a great throw and catch to make it another 1st down for this offense.
Everything positive except the 2 penalties so far for the Greyhounds offensively.
And you can see this Hoxie defense waiting on them. They need a stop right here bad. Even holding to a field goal would be great. Reynolds, the quarterback. He's going to fake the handoff. He'll look to throw, and he's going to throw across the field, and it's grabbed inside the 5-yard line. Number 23, Russell, the tight end for the team. Great catch, and that's going to be really, really close to the end zone. You can see the replay here. Rolls out right. Throws across and bobbled a little bit, but it will hang on to it. And
nice throw and a nice after the ball, a very nice catch, and a nice play. Gives the Greyhound 1st down and goal to go inside the 5-yard line.
Last time they were in this situation, they went into the end zone 2 times in a row to get the 2-point conversion and the touchdown. Greer in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. He's finding some space, and another touchdown for the Newport Greyhounds. Greer going to get another one on the night.
We talked about the athleticism in the backfield, but that time the big guys up front, the big uglies, very nice hole. Greer went in the end zone untouched. So a great job offensively by Newport on their second offensive possession.
So they're bringing in some substitutions for this offense. They went for it last time, and they're going to go for it again. Really expecting just another hand, but they'll give it to the end around and again, but he's got one man to beat, and he will see what
football.
They're going to give it to him, though.
Hey, ball across the goal line. I wondered, we don't have a very good angle on it, but the far line judge does. He signals touchdown, so another 2-point conversion, and very quickly it's turned in from a 6-0 Hoxie lead to 16-6 Newport.
I can see the replay here. And he got it in.
Boy, it was close.
And they're just going to turn and kick it off real quick.
They get a couple other scores. At the end of the first quarter over at Nettleton, Valley View leads Nettleton 7-0. After one quarter in El Dorado, Jonesboro and El Dorado in a 7-7 tie. So good games all over the state of Arkansas.
Destin Jackson tied in on the roster, but he will kick it. And kind of a squib kick, caught at the 20, and he'll get a catch and blasted at the 30-yard line. Rodney, he's got a score tonight, but nothing there for him. So we'll see if this Hoxie offense can respond. They need to bad.
Well, their first possession was tailor-made, just as drawn up. But the second possession, Hoxie turned the ball over on their own side of the football field. They cannot afford to do that. And like I said, very quickly behind the 8-ball by 10 points with just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Martinez the motion. They'll pitch to him outside. Tried to run up the gut, but nothing there. Good way to set the edge by the Newport defense.
Well, they've loaded the box once again defensively, so Hoxie's going to have to find some way to extend the defense, maybe throw the ball out in the flats or something just to get the defense to loosen up a little bit in the middle.
2nd and 11. That'll be the first play Hoxie offense has lost yards on.
Well, it's only a yard loss, but you're thinking very big, but the way this offense is designed is very big when they go on the negative play on any offensive play.
You got to think they're going to run out the end of this quarter. Slaughter with the carry. He's got some space and a big gain. He'll get the first down.
Great job blocking up front. Slaughter finds a big patch of daylight, gets across the Hoxie 40-yard line, and like we said, every first down is big because they have another series of downs to run more time off the clock. This series of downs will probably take the first quarter away from us here with a 16-6 Newport lead.
Barnhill under center. Gives it to Martinez. They run this play just a minute ago. Could have saw him run a little bit more outside for a bigger gain, but he'll get about 4 on that.
It's going to be so hard to get outside against this Newport defense. We talked about their speed at the skill position offensively. They also can run to the football very well defensively. But, hey, that's a 4-yard gain on first down. I consider that a very positive play for the design of this Mustang offense.
Hurry up here, Martinez, trying to get him to jump again.
Newport been very disciplined defensively. Not a defensive penalty yet for the Greyhounds. And that'll be in the first quarter, Nathan.
Yeah. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's 16-6 in favor of Newport. Don't go anywhere. We've got second quarter action coming up right after this.
At Glensane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
So we've got a towel toss. The towels were provided by our very own Suncom Media. So see they're pink there. It's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So just think about someone in your family who might have breast cancer or any kind of cancer.
Hey, Nathan, I promise you this. There's some pretty good arms on that cheerleading squad.
Oh, yeah, they're very
they're
flinging,
they're flinging the towels, as you can see on your screen.
So the end of the quarter. The first quarter of action, pretty high scoring overall for both teams combined. 16 points in favor of Newport. Hoxie 6. They had a great first drive, but unable to get it out of their second. And now their third, they're really driving down this field again.
Well, they've got a good drive started. They've only had 1 first down so far, but very much by design, by the makeup of this Hoxie offense. Once again, 4 yards and a cloud of dust.
Motion across, give it to Slaughter. He's had some great gains tonight, but that will only be a few.
Gain of 3 yards and cloud of dust. Brings up 3rd down and 3. The ball, first down rather, is right at midfield, so Nathan, right here, I look for it to be four-down territory for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. And they'll look to get into opposing territory as well with the first down.
For the second time tonight.
Barnhill under center. They've really been giving it to Slaughter all night long in these situations. But they're going to quarterback keep it, and some pushes from behind, but it's going to be fourth and really short.
A little bit of a tush push there on third and 3. Barnhill comes up a little bit short, but you see what I'm talking about. Look at the defensive front. All the linebackers are at the line of scrimmage. There's definitely a wad defensively for the Greyhounds against this Flixbone offense. They will go for it on 4th and 1, or at least try to drive Newport off sides.
I don't know. It's so short in this situation. I think you almost should go for it, maybe set the tone.
Once again, you got defensive linemen, you got linebackers, you got everybody at the line of scrimmage defensively.
Barnhill to give. They blitz hard. Rodney gets the first down. That's Martinez, excuse me. Martinez will get the first down, and it's a great gain for them in the situation.
Great call by Coach Sears. You see the replay. They're not going to outrun Newport, but just enough on that play for Martinez to pick up the first down. Like you said, Nathan, we're there on the positive side of the field. Very nice drive going here for the Mustangs.
So that'll be they'll be 1-1 on 4th down conversions tonight. And it's been great chugging along so far for this Hoxie offense. Their second really good drive of the evening. Barnhill, Martinez the motion, but they'll give it to Slaughter. Slaughter pulled by his jersey, but great gain.
Great gain to stay ahead of the sticks here on he's taking down and 4 right now. So by design, a great play by the Hoxie Mustang offense.
So this Hoxie team has got great playoff history, especially here recently. They've made the past 8 years in a row, but this year they're really on the outside looking in. We mentioned in the pregame show that they have to win out to make it into the playoffs. So it's really every down is crunch time for this Hoxie team.
One thing that Coach Sears has the benefit of in the 3A3, 5 teams actually go this year out of the conference to the playoffs. Martinez
across, got a good block, but going to fight for some more.
He'll have the first down. Nice second effort by, that's Martinez on the carry, and another big first down in Greyhound territory.
You see the replay here. He just hesitates.
But this is a good second effort. Yards after contact right there enabled Martinez to get the first down.
So, but like normal, you can see the clock, 9 minutes to go already in this half. So they really use a lot of time, this offense does, but it has been efficient tonight.
And all these running plays, the clock doesn't stop in between plays like it does for an incomplete pass. So it stops momentarily after a first down, but besides that, it's running.
Quarterback keeper, and he's got a good gain out of that as well. Weren't really expecting that.
Well, the center was uncovered. There may be a situation where Hoxie said if the center does not have a defensive lineman in front of him, we're just going to run the quarterback sneak. Very effectively. Another gain of 6 yards to keep Hoxie ahead of the sticks here on 2nd down and 4.
And they're getting the call now.
Got a wide out to the near side.
Haven't thrown to him yet, though, tonight. Haven't thrown at all tonight from this Hoxie offense, but a lot of the same out of them. Martinez the motion. They'll give it to Slaughter up the middle. He'll get the first down and some more.
Does a nice job to drag a couple of Greyhound defenders down to the 21-yard line. So, once again, if nothing else, they're knocking on the door of the red zone, and the clock has ticked under 8 minutes to go here in the first half of play.
You see Slaughter there on the replay. I mean, he's just head down, and it's hard to stop a guy like that, especially when he's got so much more forward momentum than you do.
When he's a low center of gravity running the football. Nice run that time by fullback Max Slaughter.
Slaughter been the biggest chunk of their yards tonight. Martinez the motion across. He's had some good gains as well, and it'll be another one they're looking for. Almost at the 5 now.
He's tackled right at the 6-yard line. Would be another first and goal. A great job by the Hoxie offense. And you know, Nathan, you take away the fumble on their second offensive possession, they've done exactly what they wanted to do offensively against Newport.
Exactly, and a great replay there to show what happened. Brought three blockers across, pulled them, and they had all the blocks they needed, just a little bit short. And they're really pounding on the end zone. First and goal from the 6.
Great forward lane by Slaughter, and that time Martinez on the carry. Low center of gravity and good positive yardage.
Martinez across. They'll give it to him again. He's got good block. Can he find some space?
Yeah, great block that time to get him in the end zone. Great block, but I got to give him credit, so let me find him.
See the replay here.
That was actually Slaughter with the block right there at the end.
Fullback, that's what they're...
Great job by Mike Slaughter.
Modern-style football, that's what the fullback's mostly known
Smash
for.
Mouth, but Slaughter he is the leading rusher right now for the Mustangs. Martinez runs just like Slaughter, though. Low center of gravity, good forward lane. That time able to get in the end zone once again after a tremendous block by Max Slaughter.
Yeah, and Hoxie now in a situation where they have to go for 2.
Try to play catch-up football here.
Yep, and they'll pitch it out to the right side. Martinez, he's going to try to get there.
Ooh, they're marking him short.
He's going to be marked short.
The ball actually crossed the goal line, but his knee was down before the ball crossed the goal line. So a great effort, but just a little bit short with that time by Martinez on the 2-point conversion.
Well, it's 16-12. We'll be right back.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Welcome back to Suncom High School Game of the Week, and it's been a great first half of action so far. 6:49 to go after Hoxie score and fail to convert. They'll be down 4 points now.
Well, Hoxie's objective, I know, is to get in the fourth quarter, and it'll be a one-score game. And right now it's a one-score game, 16-12, like you said, Nathan. But Hoxie is going to have to force a turnover or find some way to shut down what has been a very, very potent Greyhound offense.
And you really think that this Newport team is going to try to run out some clock in this situation, try to keep Hoxie from getting the ball again.
Great kickoff, just trying to keep it out of the hands of the...
He's got it, but he's got some good space and some good blocks. He's going to lose them, though, and had room, but going to go down around the 27-yard line.
Well, a great return to get it out to the 27 after a very effective kickoff by Hoxie. Just simply kick it away from Newport that time. Didn't see who it was on the return, but a nice return out to the...
I believe number 4.
There was...
Jamil Thomas.
Jamil Thomas. Thank you, Nathan. But it really hadn't mattered where Newport takes it over on their possession. They're so potent offensively.
Yeah, and they'll look to score again, maybe not so quick this time. They'll give it to Greer up the middle, and he got grabbed short and
able to fall forward for a nice. So it looked like a good job defensively for Hoxie, but he still gained 4 on the play to stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd and 6 on the board, and time ticking away in this first half. It's been a great one so far. Hoxie, definitely the underdog in this matchup, but they have not been any. I mean, they've just played great tonight, and that's all I can really say about them, especially a team needing to win.
By design, they've kept the ball out of Newport's hand as much as possible, and like I said, they would be big for a negative play or a turnover, but another positive play gives Newport a first down, 38-yard line.
They almost had him in the backfield. Daniel Bullock for Hoxie was all the way back there. And
Greer shows you why he all-state runner with 1,500 yards last year. This year he's started this game with 1,342 yards. Just great instincts running the football by Greer. showing great running back hips, if you want to get technical there, Nathan.
Single back. Single receiver to the far side, 2 to the near, and he'll look to throw to him. He's getting some pressure in the pocket. He'll move right and run for it. He's going to get around the outside, tripped up, short of the first down, but they're going to give it the first down to him anyway.
Well, quarterback Luke Reynolds can throw the football, but Brian Reardon, the head coach, has told him, if you're back in the pocket right there on your replay and you see green grass, make the best of it. That's exactly what he does. And a big play gives Newport a first down right at midfield. Bad spot for Newport. He really got across midfield, but they mark it at the minus 49-yard line for the Greyhound offense.
And he's going to look to pass it again. He's got pressure. He's going to have to roll out the other way now. And he's going to chuck one. He got him, too, as well. So fighting for more yards.
That's Darren Braxton on the great job on the scramble drill by Braxton. You either run away from the quarterback or run to the quarterback. Braxton ran to the quarterback at a time, settled in an open spot on the field. Reynolds does a nice job to give him the ball.
Yeah, they call that scramble drill. A lot of teams practice that, and situations
throw the football, you need to.
Yeah, situations like that arise where you have to kind of practice something like that, and it obviously worked out well for Newport there. Motion across, and it'll be another end around. He's got good blocks and good speed, and first down and some more. Great gain for this Newport offense. They've been they've been pedal to the metal tonight.
Hayden Kennedy shows you another aspect of the Greyhound offense with great speed. That time he takes the end around, gets down to the Hoxie 22-yard line, the clock under 4 minutes. So, Nathan, like you mentioned, Newport wants to score here, but they wouldn't mind running the clock out here in the first half.
The ball will be given to Greer. He's got room outside, looking for the first down and maybe the touchdown. He'll get the first, but we're going to be 3 short of the score.
See what I'm talking about, his hips. He moves laterally so well. That time he design run off tackle, he bounces it outside very quickly. Does a great job to go laterally and then goes downhill in a hurry and picks up a nice first down. First and goal here at the Mustang 5-yard line.
Well, he's got great acceleration from having to cut outside almost just, maybe half a mile an hour at times to just full speed acceleration. The ball's bumbled, but they're going to pick it up and have some space. What a way to play a negative play into a great one. It's going to result in a touchdown. That was incredible. Heads-up play from number 9 there, Nemo Kreit, the senior receiver. They motion him across, and the ball gets dropped, and he picks it up.
Well, Kreit showing you what I've talked about all night. There's no substitute for speed. He gets the ball after a fumble and just simply outruns the Mustang defense around the quarter and able to get in the end zone. Newport will again go for 2. The clock just under 3 minutes, so Hoxie will have time to answer that score. But the way this Hoxie offense is designed, they'll have to get in a hurry.
It'll be very difficult, and as Newport's going to convert a 2-point conversion, they'll
Reynolds showing you he can fling the football. That time on the run for the 2-point conversion.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Suncom High School Game of the Week.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-through window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casamaya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casamaya.
Newport drives down the field and scores again to make it a 12-point affair here in Hoxie, Arkansas, as they'll kick it away.
3 for 3 is Newport offensively. 3 offensive possessions, 3 touchdowns, and 3 2-point conversions.
And it'll be a short return, but in good field position. And they've got a long way to go. And we talked about it all night, how much time this offense from Hoxie takes. And it's going to be tough to score right here. What do you think?
That's a good thing when you're trying to keep the offense, Newport's offense, on the sideline. But it's a bad thing when you have under 3 minutes to score from your own side of the field.
And absolutely. If you're a run-first, run-main team like this, Hoxie, in a crunch time like this.
They're not run first. They've been all run.
Yeah, exactly, all run. What do you do in a situation where you're pinned in your own territory? You're going to take a lot of time off the clock regardless. How do you get in the end zone in a situation like this?
Maybe a little play-action pass, try to keep Newport confused a little bit. But they'll run it up the middle with Max Slaughter, as they've done all night.
Yeah, you got to think they're loading the box right now. Perfect time for a play-action rollout kind of throw would be now. I mean, take a shot here on second and long.
I tell you what, if I'm Brian Reardon from Newport, if I get a stop here on second down, I start utilizing timeouts because Newport has proven they can score quickly if they get the ball back in their possession with time left on the clock.
Absolutely. So they're going to break the huddle and crunch time.
Hoxie walking to the line of scrimmage with that in mind, trying to run as much time off this first half clock.
And they'll give it to Martinez to reverse, but he stopped, and Rodney not going to get much out of it. They tried some trickery in the backfield, but they set the edge good from Newport, and they'll stop him short and make it third and long.
I cannot believe Reardon's not taking a timeout for Newport, but he knows more than I do, and that's why I'm up here in the booth with you, Nathan. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, on 3rd and 9 right here, I'd take a timeout, try to force a bad snap or something on a punt, but Reardon looks like he's very content to go into the locker room at halftime with a 12-point lead.
And you got some substitution, some personnel changes. You can see the band there. They've been playing great all night. Martinez motion across, and they'll just give it to Slaughter up the middle. And he's got some great yards, almost the first down.
He's going to be about half yard short, but no, they give him the first down.
Yeah, they'll move the chains for him that time.
So a big series of downs coming up here for Newport for Hoxie, because unless Newport takes a timeout, 3 downs will expire the first half clock.
Yeah, it's got to be quick, too, if you're Hoxie.
Looks like Hoxie will be content to try to keep the ball in their possession. Yeah. They may have a trick play or something coming, though. Coach Sears alluded to that a little bit in the coaches show.
They tried to reverse last play or two, and it's going to be another end around to Martinez. He's got great room, and that's really been the high percentage play from Hoxie, but time is going to tick, and really hard. You're probably right. They are just going to keep the ball out of Newport's hands.
Well, right now they can run a trick play on 2nd and 5. Even if the clock stops, they can run it out on 3rd down. So.
You don't want to try anything brave here and then throw a pick. But if you got to trust your guys as well, you don't want to get in a bad situation.
Well, even if you give the ball up, there's only 25 seconds left.
Yeah, and they're going to tick this clock down as well some more. He'll fake the handoff. He's got big pressure, and he's going to stay up. But
going to have a face mask, so the clock will stop, and Hoxie will get it 15 yards on the face mask.
Very big penalty there with 15 seconds to go. And see the call. There's there's holding on the offense. So
wow,
and a face mask on the defense. So
they're offset.
Yeah, penalties will offset.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 still. So nothing's changed in my book, Nathan. I'd still try some trickery here with 15 seconds left on the first half clock.
You got to. Here's the replay. Just big pressure up the gut.
There's the face mask. Still didn't see the hold, but it does stop the clock and gives Hoxie another 2nd down and 5 opportunity.
Well, you've got still bringing that heavy set. They still got 2 receivers. Look for the play action. They are going to play action. Throw to Martinez across. Almost dropped it, but he's just going to go out of bounds with time to expire. So that's going to be the end of the first half. It's been a great first half. Newport 24, Hoxie 12. We got a great interview coming up with our very own Steve Clayton. So don't go anywhere. Halftime show coming up right now. Suncom Game of the Week.
At Glensane, we've spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most. At Glensane, we spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-through window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casamaya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casamaya.
There's only one name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, start your day off right with the best breakfast, from skillets to omelets, pancakes, and more.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
One name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, you'll always enjoy the best burgers and other favorites, including our delicious steaks, all hand-cut and perfectly grilled.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
2025 is almost over. Year-end savings at George Kell Motors in Newport, Arkansas. You need a truck, an SUV? Come out to George Kell Motors right off exit 85 of Highway 57 in Newport. Look, we've got everything you need. Don't wait. Come pick out your vehicle. Don't wait too long. You might miss out on the vehicle you want. We're at George Kell Motors. Call us at 870-523-2792 or view our entire inventory at georgekellmotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Welcome to Halftime, everyone. A great guest today, one of my favorites, longtime friend, Greg Brandon. Greg is the administrator at Valley View, but we've known each other a long time, dating back. Your roots are strong and a long, strong Newport Greyhound ties. Talk to us about your life in Newport, and it started at birth.
It did. I was born and raised in Newport. I graduated from Newport in 1979. I graduated from Arkansas State in 86. Coach Keedy hired me at Newport in 1989. the 1989-90 school year, and I was there 22 years. He hired me as a junior high football coach, and I worked my way up to head junior high coach, and then I worked my way up to the head senior high football coach and athletic director. I was a head football coach there from 2005, 2010.
Had a great run, but when people mention Newport football, the first one, and you mentioned him already, Bill Keady, an absolute legend at Newport for football. Talk to us about your relationship with Coach Keady.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but Coach Keady was raised up next door to my mother, so we knew each other. And Coach Keady was not only my hero, he was my good friend, and he gave me the opportunity to coach football at Newport. Like we were talking, he hired me in 1989 and 90, that school year, as a junior high football coach, and he taught me the game of football. He is, without a doubt, Bill Keady is Greyhound football. And the tradition at Newport is still going strong today, and it's directly to what he did as a head football coach at Newport.
Now, a lot of our viewers will know Coach Keady from his days of broadcasting ASU football, but you and I knew him. Like I said, the first word to come to my mind when you talk about Newport football is Bill Keady. You had quite a bit of success there, but his success was unsurmountable. I know y'all had great athletes, but he was a fantastic coach. Talk to us about the best attributes of Coach Keady in your opinion.
Coach Keady was a player's coach. He loved his coaches. He loved his players. He was a motivator. The man had charisma. Not even when he was coaching, but outside of football. And when he got to Arkansas State as an announcer, everything he did, he was good at. And he had charisma. He was a great football coach. He was a great football mind, not only offensively but defensively. He was a motivator. He dedicated his whole life to Greyhound football, without a doubt. And I was lucky enough to be able to be associated with him. Like I said, I spent 22 years at Newport, and I got to be right there with him. I know that he went to the finals 4 times, and he won 2 of those. He got beat twice by Dollarway. If my math is right, he won 19 conference championships. It's either 17, 18, or 19. I can't remember. And there was only 3 years in his tenure at Newport that he did not go to the playoffs. It was unbelievable.
Phenomenal coach, but probably even a better human being. Stay right there, Greg, and you stay right there. We'll be right back to talk about the history, the legacy of Coach Bill Keady right after these words.
At Glensane, we spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-thru window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casa Maya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casa Maya.
There's only one name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, start your day off right with the best breakfast, from skillets to omelets, pancakes, and more.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
One name where fat is good. Fat City Steak and Grill House. At Fat City, you'll always enjoy the best burgers and other favorites, including our delicious steaks, all hand-cut and perfectly grilled.
Fat City Steak and Grill House.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
2025 is almost over. Year-end savings at George Kell Motors in Newport, Arkansas. You need a truck, an SUV? Come out to George Kell Motors right off exit 85 of Highway 57 in Newport. Look, we've got everything you need. Don't wait. Come pick out your vehicle. Don't wait too long. You might miss out on the vehicle you want. We're at George Kell Motors. Call us at 870-523-2792 or view our entire inventory at georgekellmotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Welcome back to Halftime. Once again, I'm Steve Clayton, special guest Greg Branning. We're talking about Greg's tenure at Newport, and better than that, his relationship with Bill Keady. Coach Keady was such a great human being, like I said, a great coach, but you've got to have some special memories from Coach Keady.
Well, I used to travel with Coach Keady a lot too. We were actually pretty good friends, and it's just his way of coaching was just unbelievable, and his success as a coach. He put so much in to the program at Newport. I can remember him. I was in his office one day, and he had a suit and tie on. I asked him where he was going. He said, "I'm going to make a speech at the Lions Club or some type of civic club." He said, "Coach Brandon, you know I created a monster." And he did.
Oh, no doubt.
Every Friday night, everyone in town went to the ball game. That's just what you did. If it was out of town, in town, everyone showed up. I mean, everybody loved Greyhound football, and it was because of him. And he had great coaches underneath him all those years. You had Kenny Black, Richie Mathis, Herbert Lewis, Ronnie Brown.
Yourself.
He had a lot of good assistant coaches at the junior high. The head coach at junior high, Stan McKee. He surrounded himself with good people. And
he was probably as good an X and O coach that I knew, but he was so much better at relationships. Talk to us about his relationships, if nothing else, with his coaching staff.
He had nicknames for every player. It didn't matter if you were a starter or you didn't see the field at all. Every one of them had a nickname.
And they all loved him, no matter if they were an all-stater or a bench warmer. Everybody loved Coach Keady.
They all had nicknames, and he dedicated himself to Greyhound football. And he was a workaholic. best X's and O's guy I've ever seen. Now, I told you he was my hero. I wanted to be just like him. That's the reason I got into football. And everything that I did when I become the head coach is what he taught me. So I'm so thankful that and anyone, he always showed people, it didn't matter who you are, if you were poor, if you were rich, if you were white, if you were black, he showed everybody compassion. I mean, he was a people person, and I keep using the word charisma. He had it.
Well, and my favorite thing about Coach Keaty, he was a phenomenal coach, great relationship with the players, but he had a great family life as well. Talk to us about Jennifer and his children.
He was a football coach, but he had a football family. Jennifer, Billy,
his wife, his
Mary
son,
Catherine, his daughter, they all believed in what he did, and they supported him 100%.
The whole town of Newport supported him.
Yes, the whole town. Now, they still support the program today. Now, that Greyhound tradition is still in Newport today. The numbers are not what they used to be because the town, the industry has, our factories have left, and we just don't have the numbers anymore. But I'm telling you, football season came around, and he said, Coach Brand, I've created a monster. He did.
No doubt he created a monster, but a lot of it is because of the support staff. People like yourself, Coach Brand, I appreciate you greatly. Stay right there. We'll be right back with a little more halftime and then the second half kickoff.
At Glensane, we spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-thru window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casamaya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casamaya.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
2025 is almost over. Year-end savings at George Kell Motors in Newport, Arkansas. You need a truck, an SUV? Come out to George Kell Motors right off exit 85 of Highway 57 in Newport. Look, we've got everything you need. Don't wait. Come pick out your vehicle. Don't wait too long. You might miss out on the vehicle you want. We're at George Kell Motors. Call us at 870-523-2792 or view our entire inventory at georgekellmotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
After a great interview, Steve, it was good interview and a great first half of action. We're going to come back here to Hoxie, Arkansas, as the Newport Greyhounds lead by 2 scores, 12 points, 24-12.
Well, this game has gone by design for Hoxie. The problem is Newport just so athletic and so fast. And even a bigger problem, if you'll remember, Nathan, Hoxie won the toss and took the opening kickoff. So Newport will start the second half of play with the ball in their possession.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Hoxie, you absolutely need a stop here in the next coming drives, even 2 at this point. I mean, you're going to have to get 2 to at this rate to tie it up even. So they'll be looking at a great second half effort if they can get it done. But right now Newport's just showing to be the more athletic team. And
Hoxie is all effort. You like the execution minus the fumble. The one fumble killed them. And now both on the scoreboard and on the field of play, giving Newport the ball on the positive side of the field. But, boy, this Newport offense can go and go in a hurry. Maybe another onside or pooch kick right now by Hoxie.
And they'll flip kickers, and it'll go
kick it out of bounds.
So.
Which isn't a bad option for Hoxie. It does give Newport the ball at the 35-yard line unless they make Hoxie kick it again from 5 yards back. But it appears that Newport will take over at the 35-yard line after the kickoff goes out of bounds.
So going to keep it out of Newport's hands on the return. Try to avoid anything, opening kickoff touchdown.
Try to avoid giving them the ball in the open field because they have proved deadly and fast in the open field with the football in their hands.
So we're going to start again action in the second half of this football game. And we talked about it first half, mostly offense. That a lot of it hasn't really been a defensive showout from either of these teams. Newport's has really kind of struggled against this Hoxie offense, but the offense of Newport, as you see there, just short gain. It's just been too much for Hoxie to handle.
Well, even that play, the hole was stopped. Greer with the speed to bounce it outside and pick up a positive play of 4 or 5 yards on first down. Speed just kills.
Absolutely. 2nd and 6 now.
Once again, Hoxie is all effort. The execution has been good minus the fumble, but speed and athleticism by this Newport team is pretty impressive.
And they'll give it to Greer again. He'll bounce outside and then has got some room at the 50 now, and he'll run out of bounds near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 42.
Great call that time, Nathan. Bounced it outside. The initial hole was stopped up right there as you see the replay. But Greer with the speed to get out on the left side and pick up a big amount of yardage. First down and 10, the ball at the Hoxie 46-yard line. So once again, Hoxie has done very little to slow down a great Newport offense. I really feel like Newport, and this ballgame is a long way from over, but I can see Newport making a pretty deep run in the playoffs.
Absolutely. They played great. A little outside handoff now. The Hoxie trying to stop them, and they're going to bring up a tackle for loss. That's Hoxie's first tackle for loss of the evening.
It was in that time they get the ball to Jamil Thomas, try to get him around the right edge. Hoxie does a tremendous job. Once again, great effort by the Mustangs to stop the ball carrier in the backfield. Brings up one of the few negative plays outside of penalties for this Greyhound offense. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
So 2nd 13. Great play there by the defense. Looking to throw one now. They're going deep for it. He's got to roll out of bounds. He's got to roll out and almost steps out of bounds, and is going to be stopped short of the first down marker.
Once again, speed in action right there. Good coverage by the Hoxie secondary, but Reynolds able to get around the right side to pick up positive play. He didn't get as much as I thought. He did step out of bounds right at the 40, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for Newport.
And I don't think if Hoxie's to stop them here, prevent them to get the first down, it's going to be hard for them to stop them on 4th. They're going to give it to Greer, and Greer's going to get stuffed up the middle, and great play by the Hoxie Mustangs. This is exactly what they need, and now they've got one more down.
Boy, a defensive stop would be huge here for Hoxie, and doing a great job on this series of downs right now as Newport's gone backwards on their last 2 plays.
Yeah, Newport. Take one step back, take a big one forward, then take another back. We saw that in their first drive where they scored. They had 2 holding calls within 4 plays. Greer the single back. They'll probably want to either fake the give to him or roll out to the left, looking for the throw, incomplete, and that's going to be a turnover on down. So think about adding the field position. Hoxie going to take over close to enemy territory.
Great job by Hoxie's defense. They do allow a first down, but kind of stiffen up on these second series of downs. Force a turnover on downs, and just what the doctor ordered if you are Coach Williams and the defensive staff for these Mustangs.
You can't let this drive end up. You got to get some kind of points here. You can't let this drive end up with nothing.
Oh, you are correct. Your great job to get the ball back in their possession. They once again like to run some time off the clock and finish this drive in the end zone.
Look at Newport loading the box. They send him blitzers as well. They'll give it to Martinez. He's trying to look, but that's Greer, and Greer's got speed. Going to stop him after a short gain.
Martinez still able to get around the right side for a positive gain of 3 on the play, so all is not lost, but Greer's with a great tackle in the open field.
Martinez has been quick, been great outside, but Greer, he's been a speedster tonight, the running back for the opposing offense. Martinez in motion again.
Once again, a hard count, and then they look over to Cole Sears to signal in the offensive play.
Martinez again across the middle. They'll go back to that same play. Greer blocked this time. Stiff arm at the 50, all the way down to almost the 40-yard line. It'll be the 41.
Crosses midfield and picks up a good first down. So a little reverse section there to the slot back in motion. Provides a nice positive play for the Mustang offense. Once again, great adjustments at halftime by the Hoxie coaching staff, both defensively and now offensively. They're doing what they wanted to do.
Hoxie, big game at home.
Very big game. And next week will even be a bigger game against crosstown rival Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, and especially if they can win this game, that Walnut Ridge game is going to be everything to them. So
probably playoff implications on the line there.
Absolutely.
For both teams. Got an update. Our peer Marcus Carlton, bless his heart, at halftime at Highland. It's Highland 48, Westside 0. Marcus, the commentator for Suncom 2, and they follow Hoxie. Follow Westside every week, and it's been a long year for the Warriors.
Back to Martinez. They've really been giving that ball to him here. They found a play that's worked for him so far, and they're really running behind it.
Well, the first half it was mostly Slaughter, but obviously here in the second half it's been Robert Martinez carrying the bulk of the load so far.
I think if you already made up in your mind you're going to go for it on 4th down, try and maybe Slaughter up the middle.
Well, 3-4 yards, however you can get it. In the first half, like I said, it was Slaughter with the dive play, but they've proven to be successful with Martinez around the right end here in the second half.
Martinez motion again, and they're going to give it to him up the middle, and he's going to get some good yards and the first down as well. So big conversion there.
Just a blast play. They double-team the nose guard with the right guard in the center. Slaughter leads up, does a tremendous job to block the linebacker. Martinez knows how to run the football when given a crease. As you see here, great replay. Does a great job to fall forward across the 30-yard line. Another first down for the Hoxie offense.
And they have got a great drive coming up.
Like you said, though, it's imperative that they put the ball in the end zone at the completion of this drive.
Yeah, I can't even really say a field goal would be acceptable at this point. That's just not enough return on investment in that. Slaughter up the middle this time. He's got space as well, and a good run down to almost the 15-yard line. Been a great night for Max Slaughter, number 2, and Martinez both. They've really been running behind them tonight.
See on the replay, Slaughter actually breaks the tackle right there at the line of scrimmage. Nice job of lead blocking in return by Martinez this time, and a nice carry there for Slaughter. Once again, another first down as Hoxie gets in the red zone.
And a great turnover, great turn of events it's been already in the second half for this Hoxie team. They got to do it again, all over again, though, if they want to tie this ball game up or take the lead, depending on what happens if they are to score.
Well, like I said, Newport is so tremendously athletic, but as far as halftime adjustments and coaching in the locker room, my money's on Tom Sears. No offense to Brian Wooden. He's done a great job at Newport, but Tom Sears, as I was telling you at halftime, Nathan, very organized, very articulate with the kids, does a great job, and has two good coordinators in the Cole Sears and then Coach Williams on the defensive side.
You just saw Cole Sears on the screen talking to number 7 Faust, the receiver on the right side. Martinez across. They'll give it to Slaughter again, and he's going to get wrapped up short, so it'll bring out another 3rd and long situation.
Well, this offense is not designed for third down, long yardage, no gain on that play. So after a 3-yard gain on first down, still 3rd down and 7 here. But once again, Nathan, obviously 4-down territory for the Mustangs. But they do need a positive play here on 3rd down.
We're not able to get the PAT earlier in the night. Part of why they're only got 12 points. They'll give it to Martinez, and he's got some motion, but he'll get grabbed and fight for more, but another short gain, and now fourth and medium.
Well, they're going to mark him going out of bounds right at the 15, so
He'll
really
get
maybe
nothing.
a gain of a foot on the play, actually. But it'll be 2nd down, a long 6, or correction, 4th down, and a long 6 for the Mustangs as they'll go for it here on 4th down.
4th and long, and a big play, say the biggest of the night for this Hoxie offense. If they're not to convert, I mean, that spells big implications for the rest of this game.
Well, a turnover on downs here. It doesn't matter where Newport gets the football. They've proven that they can score. Tom Sears knows it. He elects to take a timeout to talk about this big 4th down play.
Yep, timeout.
At Glensane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
And after the timeout, I mean, just a big down here. 4th and 6. Wasn't able to get much on that last play. And biggest play of the night here for the offense. We'll see
their
what they...
standard offensive plays have now produced 6 yards, so Tom Sears may go to a little trickery here. As you see Cole Sears changing the play with Barnhill on the sideline, but a big 4th down play, plenty of time on the play clock.
They're throwing it. He's looking, big one and almost intercepted, but it will be incomplete.
Okay.
And
into quadruple coverage.
Yeah.
Great coverage that time by the Greyhound secondary.
Definitely, his first read on that. Just tried to fit it in.
Well, he was the only receiver on the side of the field, so it was definitely a play designed to throw it out there in the right flats, but once again, there were 4 defenders on the would-be receiver.
After a big stop from the Hoxie defense, it'll all be for nothing. And they'll have to do it all over again.
I don't think I've ever called a quadruple coverage. On a broadcast, and I've been doing this for a while, Nathan.
Single back with Greer, and they'll just give it to him. But they're in the backfield, and a great play from the Hoxie defense to stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, Hoxie definitely winning the line of scrimmage right now here in the second half. Newport unable to bounce that one as they have a couple times here in the second half to the outside, but a great job by the defensive front of the Mustangs.
Absolutely, but that clock has just ticked and ticked away at 3:53 to go as I speak in the third quarter, and, I mean, that was most of the third quarter right there.
Well, like I said, I know Tom Sears' objective was to keep it within a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
And it's a big run almost to the 30-yard line. He almost broke that one off.
Is that River Warden in at quarterback or still Reynolds?
I believe.
We'll see here on the replay.
Number 10, that is Samaj Morgan for the Greyhounds.
So a different quarterback, giving a little bit different look, but a very effective play, picks up a first down.
They had another quarterback in last week, Trey Henderson, the junior, that he played against Osceola in their win against them.
They have so many athletes, a stable full of athletes on the Greyhound sideline.
Greer, the single back, and they'll just pitch it over in a screen play, trying to set the edge. Almost going to pick up the first down. He'll be about a yard short, or maybe a few inches short, but a big, great play, and they are going to move the chains and give him the first down.
There was Darren Braxton. Once again, the objective for this offense is to get the ball in the hands of their athletes in the open field, and that time it results in a first down. 10-yard gain on the play, takes the ball out to the 39, first down and 10, Greyhounds.
Morgan under center, give it to the back, Greer, and he's just stopped in the backfield, but can't beat speed, and he's going to try to break one off all the way back into the secondary and finally brought down. They had him twice on that play, once in the backfield, and finally when they tackle him near the 37-yard line.
Well, I'm starting to sound redundant, but there's no substitute for speed or athleticism. That time, as you see there on the replay, Greer with breaks 2 tackles in the backfield, breaks 2 more to get downfield to put the ball on the positive side of the field, and another first down for the Greyhound offense, now from the Hoxie 38-yard line.
So what turns into could have been a great stop for Hoxie. Big first down, a big play by Greer.
Well, the Hoxie's bringing linebackers, they're bringing the house, a little pause.
And it's caught and received for the first down, and this Newport offense is really getting going now.
Little pitch and catch out there on the right side provides another first down for Hoxie.
At number 9.
Correction for Newport. Hoxie was bringing the house defensively. All linebackers blitzing. Newport able to take advantage of that, get the ball once again out in the open field to their athletes, and they pick up another first down.
Number 9, Nemo Crite, looking a little ginger on that left leg. Have to take a look at that. Morgan under center now, and they'll just keep it up the middle, and he's going to break one, and he's going to score again. Hoxie defense going to give up another touchdown to Newport late in the third quarter. Samaj Morgan on the quarterback keeper up the middle is going to score.
Boy, no doubt. He just got by. You'll see on the replay. He gets through the initial line of scrimmage. Kind of a tush-push play, if you will. But once he gets in the open field, just walks off and leaves the Hoxie defenders. Big score for the Greyhounds.
Absolutely. And they went for 2. They've gone for 2 every time tonight. And they're going to do it probably again, but there is a flag on the play.
There's a flag. They're going to say it's – we'll see what Curtis Tate calls. It's on the far sideline.
Personal foul.
So they will have a first down. It'll be a spot foul. So it'll be first and goal. Was it offsetting penalties? It must have been because they had the ball marked first and goal at the 4-yard line. And I saw the personal foul signaled against Newport, but obviously an offsetting penalty. Both those penalties after the play was over with. So
well, the touchdown was going to count. So that'll make it 30-12 as we speak. Newport trying to add 2 here.
But they've just simply gotten the ball on the outside on all their 2-point conversions. They're going to line up the ball by choice on the left hash. So I look for some kind of
something to the right.
Sweep
Maybe.
Sweep to the right. Nobody's, there's a quarterback rolling out. He's got a receiver, nice throwing catch. Very effective 2-point conversion play call and very effective execution by the Newport offense.
Great score. Don't go anywhere. Suncom Game of the Week.
Attention members and guests.
Taste the flavor of Mexico at Casamaya Mexican Restaurant in Jonesboro. At Casamaya, all recipes are prepared fresh daily. Tacos, burritos, nachos, sizzling fajitas, salads, and more with unlimited chips and salsa. Dine in or use our convenient drive-through window. Olé! So don't wait till mañana to try Casamaya Mexican Restaurant on Caraway Road in Jonesboro. Taste the flavor of Mexico today at Casamaya.
And back after the score, so Hoxie had a big stop, turnover on downs all the way at near the 45, their 45, and drove all the way down about where the Greyhounds are standing now, and came up short and had to turn the ball over. Newport just drove all the way down the field and scored, and then got the 2-point conversion. And they're going to kick it away now to Hoxie, who's going to need a score right now.
Hoxie with a lot of grit and determination, like you said, have had their chances here in the second half to make it a closer ball game, but Newport just once again so fast and athletic and does such a great job offensively. They're able to stretch the lead out to 20 points here. Nathan, you and I were talking off air. Hoxie's playing very tremendously sound football right now, but it would not surprise me at all if this game ends up with a running clock before it's all said and done. That's your color and analyst for the night.
And Hoxie going to try to go down and put some points up on the board, make it put a little closer. Slaughter with the ball now. He's had a great night, but they've been really here recently stopping him, and that won't be Slaughter. They're going to actually have the second-team fullback come in, number 9. That's Nichols for the Hoxie.
Christian Nichols with the carry, a nice effective carry, about 3.5 yards on first down. So positive play on first down is so mandatory for this offense to continue their drives.
The third quarter coming to an end soon, and it's been a very quick one at that, just because Hoxie's had the ball most of the time.
And the clock doesn't stop. They run it every down almost.
1 minute to go in the third. They'll give it again to Nichols. He'll fight for some more and really trying to get all the yards he can out of that.
Game about 4, so it'll bring up a very manageable 3rd down and 2. Probably the last play of the third quarter here on 3rd and 2.5 for the Mustangs.
I think they maybe line up quickly, try to get them jump off sides. Maybe this will be the last play of the quarter. Got about a 10 or so second disparity from the play clock and the game clock. Up the middle with the quarterback, and
Dylan Carter will have the first down, so very effective play call and very effective execution. Picks up another first down. Hoxie may choose to run out the clock in the third quarter once the chains are set.
Yeah, they had the clock stopped to spot the ball, but that's going to end the third quarter. And it's 32-12. Newport going to lead when we come back from the break. Don't go anywhere. Suncom High School Game of the Week. Now we're going to start fourth quarter action here in Hoxie, Arkansas. Newport leads by 20. And it's been a great night from the Newport team. I mean, when you're a good team, you have to come out with a win against a team like this. Hoxie needed it bad, but, I mean, anything could happen. They still got time.
They got a lot of football to play, but 20-point lead for Newport is pretty much insurmountable with this conservative offense. Conservative but effective offense that Hoxie's displayed here tonight.
They'll give it to Rodney, but they're going to just pop him real good. Flag on the play. You see there by the ref's right foot.
Be interesting to see what this call is. I don't think it was a targeting. I thought it was a legal stop, but you made a good call, Nathan. It was definitely a pop, a holding call from a spot foul. A spot foul be first down and 19 right now for Hoxie. Once again, this offense cannot afford negative plays or penalties, but big penalty there on first down for the Mustang offense.
Yeah, so they're going to walk them back big time, and it'll be first and a lot.
First and 20, yeah. They marked it from the line of scrimmage, actually, not from the flag, so where the flag was dropped. So it'll be first and 20.
Motion across. They'll give it to Nichols. He'll try to get some room, but short gain. They're trying to make these late downs not so bad by running it there. They've tried to pass, but it hadn't worked so well for them tonight, and they'll have to probably look at that section of their playbook here in a big down and distance situation like this.
Well, I looked on the sideline. Slaughter was on the sideline. I was making sure he wasn't shaking up. He'd probably just taking a very well-deserved break right now. It's such a physical position when you play fullback in this flex-bone offense.
And they've got some good room. Martinez out to the right side. He's going to try to break one off all the way down to the opposite 31-yard line. They'll mark him.
Martinez able to get outside that time. One of the few times that's happened. You see on the replay, nice lead blocks right there. Martinez does a good job once he gets an open field. I think we're going to come back with a penalty, though, Nathan.
Well, it's looking like that one's going to come all the way back now.
Some kind of illegal block around the 45-yard line. A holding call against the offense. And once again, that's a spot foul. So it'll mark the ball back at the Hoxie 45-yard line. So instead of first down and 10, Hoxie has a second down and 13.
And the clock will resume. Big second down here. They had a great play, but unfortunately it's got to come back.
Like I said, Hoxie cannot afford negative plays or penalties, and it's been very detrimental to this drive so far.
They'll be glad to have the down back. Give it to Rodney. He's got some blocks, but he'll barely make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Newport does such a great job to run the football, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but a good job pursued by the Greyhound defense. Third down, 12.5 yards for Hoxie.
So big third down. Surely at this rate you go for it on fourth down. You're down so big now with under 10 minutes to go in the fourth that you need any kind of conversion you can get. So we'll see what Barnhill and crew come up with.
Well, they came over. The whole team practically came over to the sideline to talk to offensive coordinator Cole Sears. So interesting call here on third and long.
Play action. He's got pressure. Barnhill going to be sacked down near the 41-yard line. And it'll bring up fourth and a parking lot for this Hoxie offense.
Great job pursuit that time by the defensive front for the Greyhounds. Davion Grady actually gets credited for the sack, and it looks like Hoxie will send their punting team on the field.
Yep, so you see there.
Really, on fourth down and 17, you don't have a whole lot of options.
9 minutes to go in the game. And, yeah, it is looking like they will punt this ball away. They're going to keep it, though. He's going to look to throw. It's going to be overthrown and big hit. Flag on the play.
That'll be targeting, so it'll be a first down. Personal foul targeting after a big, tremendous hit. Nathan, I'm old school. That's just hard-nosed football in my book, but in this day and age, that's a direct blow to the head, so it'll be a 15-yard personal foul against the Greyhound defense, which will result in a Hoxie first down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was pretty clear there. Leading, you can't lead with the head. And the first, in this day and age of football, like you mentioned, the first thing is to protect the players, and that's what they'll do here. Personal foul. Yep. So it will be.
No, he said Curtis Tate said repeat the down, so it's not an automatic first down. But they'll have a fourth and considerably shorter here.
See the replay, and he just gets popped right there.
I see. To me, that's not illegal, but I'm very old school in that facet.
I mean, I think
it will
that
result in a first down.
I think that falls within the realm of maybe an uncatchable ball. That I think I see it if the ball is on target.
Kind of see
if the ball's on target
that was
to
unnecessary,
him,
but
that if the ball is on target some more there, the hit's probably totally okay.
And he is a defensive player because he's looking up for the football. But anyway, the result is a Hoxie first down. So a big fourth down conversion after the penalty. Hoxie will have the ball 1st and 10. The ball at the Newport 34-yard line.
It's like a big sigh of relief, and they'll give it to Nichols up the middle. He's just going to fall over one of his own guys.
Slaughter's still on the sideline, so that's Nichols, who's done a pretty good job backing up the fullback position for this flexbone offense. Like I said, that ball carrier is going to get predominantly a lot of carries in the game and take quite a bit of pounding because when you're not carrying the ball, Nathan, you're going to be a lead blocker.
Absolutely.
Maurice Cawthorn, old ASU player that ran out of the Larry Lacewell wishbone, was an All-American doing it. Both these fullbacks have done a nice job for Hoxie tonight.
Yeah, fullback position that hasn't been seen a whole lot, and this kind of football, the future of football, the fullback position is really kind of taking a fumble on the play. They're going to mark him dead.
Mark him down after a pretty nice gain. Once again, Nichols on the carry up the middle on the dive play to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs.
I thought maybe they had some forward progress going on there, maybe to rule it a fumble, but they'll play it safe. And
well, I heard a whistle.
Yeah.
Even if there was forward progress after the whistle, but they had blown it dead, so the whistle definitely makes the play dead. After a gain of about 4 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs.
Martinez, the motion. They'll fake the give, and the quarterback keeper tried to quarterback counter there, and just nothing, no blocks for him. Flag on the play, though.
Yeah, that was unnecessary contact that time by the Greyhound defender, so there'll be an additional 15 yards. That play was on the very far side of the field, so definitely an unnecessary hit by the Greyhound secondary player. Will be highly advantageous for Hoxie once again on this drive. Penalties have stopped the clock, but we're under 7:15 to play here in the ball game.
And timeout Newport. You're watching Suncom High School Game of the Week.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
7 minutes and 11 seconds left in this great ball game we've had here tonight. Newport just kind of ran away with it at times, and Hoxie's in the red zone now, and they haven't scored since the first half, so they'll be looking to punch it into the end zone here and make the score look a little better.
Well, they've had so many time-consuming drives as this one, but Only 2 of them have resulted in touchdowns, but Hoxie has had an opportunity to stay in this football game. Newport's so strong offensively, and Hoxie just doesn't have the horsepower to counteract that.
Martinez on the carry. Loss on the play. And it's been a great night. I think if this Hoxie team plays against another team, I mean, it's a winning performance. They've just played so great. But Newport, I mean, it's hard to beat a team like this, and I think Newport's going to have a very deep playoff run. But I mean, they've got a lot of teams that in this
3A,
3A that's
stout, yeah.
They're 3A is very stout, very underrated classification in my opinion. They're going to get them jumping, I think, on that.
Of course, Salem's number 1 in 3A right now, undefeated and defending champion. But then you look even in this conference, Newport obviously has a lot of horsepower. Rivercrest has beaten this Newport team. You and I talked off air about the level of athleticism that Rivercrest has. So it'll be a great playoff run for any team that makes it to the finals.
It's really about who gets hot late and makes that final, stretch run to the state championship. The ball's fumbled. Newport's going to fall back on top of it.
Well, we've said it over and over, Hoxie cannot afford turnovers. And right now, the game clock, the scoreboard, everything's on the side of
just so
Newport.
late, the ball quarterback gets hit as the give happens, and they're going to fall right on top of that football.
Not a clean exchange, and Newport does a good job following the football.
So from the 16-yard line, Newport's 16-yard line, they will start back on the offensive, and 6 minutes to go. Got to think they're going to start running this clock out and maybe try to see the end of this game with a win. See that Greer still the back. He's had a great night and just great night offensively.
Reynolds with a couple big runs himself. But like I said, Newport's got a stable full of athletic backs, so a lot of weapons on the Newport side of the ball.
Absolutely.
Newport will not get in a hurry, like you said, Nathan. Clark very much an advocate of the Greyhounds right now.
I think even with Hoxie, I don't even expect Hoxie to call their timeouts in this situation. They're down too
20.
much.
Yeah, there's stranger things have happened, but it would be very odd for Hoxie to be able to put themselves in a position to be back in this football game. 21-14 at Raider Field. Valley View still with the 7-point lead over Nettleton.
Timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
And you see on your screen there, Hoxie Mustangs. I mean, this team has got such a great history, but they've really come up short tonight. And, I mean, the score will reflect that. They're down 20 points, 5 minutes, 10 to go. And, Steve, you said that stranger things have happened, but it's going to be very hard, especially with Newport, with the ball in their possession, to get this ball back and maybe try to make an effort at it.
Nice job defensively by Hoxie to run the football. Very short game on the play, but the clock ticks now under 5 minutes, as you see there on your Suncom Media screen. Our crew does such a great job, Nathan, of showing off high school football in Northeast Arkansas, and been another excellent performance by the Trucks tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And next week, it's going to be a great game. Suncom 2, Gosnell, and at West Side. That'll be West Side's senior night. So great game coming up, and you'll want to take a look at that for next week. Roll out to the right, kind of throws it, but caught.
He did catch it. Nice throw, and even a better catch.
So 4-minute 10 on the clock now, and you can see the band of the Greyhounds. I mean, they've been having a great night. Everybody in their costumes and stuff. Been a good Halloween for them.
Nemo cried on the reception that time. We've called his name a couple times for the Greyhounds. He's had a good night. Once again, in quarterback now is Samaj Morgan, who's done a nice job. And really, he's probably just played here in the second half to get him some meaningful snaps at quarterback. He is a junior, so he'll probably be the Greyhound quarterback next year.
Greer with a great run. He's going to try to take this one all the way to the house, and it'll be another Newport touchdown with about 3 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. So they'll add on to their big score already.
Well, that time, Greer from 75 yards away. Once he got through the line of scrimmage, it was a foot race. Once again, an excellent job, excellent effort by the Hoxie defender. Just not enough gas in the fuel pump for the Mustangs.
So
and
they're going to go for
gas tank, rather else.
They're going to go for 2 here, and quarterback keeper up the middle, and it'll be good. And that'll make it 40-12 as Newport adding on to their big score late in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
At Glensane, we spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
Big touchdown run last time from the Newport Greyhounds, and Hoxie in garbage time, they will try to make this score look a little bit prettier as Newport leads 40-12. It's just been a great performance by them tonight.
So much speed, so much athleticism. Once again, that time, Travion Greer showed off from his running back position. Takes it in for pay dirt from 75 yards out.
It'll be a decent return after the ball hits the ground and rolls towards the end zone to get that back up, and Rodney on the return.
You know, we've seen the ball on the ground quite a bit on kickoffs tonight, Nathan. Obviously, Hoxie trying to kick it away from the Newport return men, but Hoxie's let the ball fall a couple times to the ground as well.
I believe we have a timeout, so we'll be right back with the last minutes of the game. Don't go anywhere.
2025 is almost over. Year-end savings at George Kell Motors in Newport, Arkansas. You need a truck, an SUV? Come out to George Kell Motors right off exit 85 of Highway 57 in Newport. Look, we've got everything you need. Don't wait. Come pick out your vehicle. Don't wait too long. You might miss out on the vehicle you want. We're at George Kell Motors. Call us at 870-523-2792 or view our entire inventory at georgekellmotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Back here with 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go, and you got to think this clock. I mean, Hoxie may use their timeouts near the end of the game, try to get this one into the end zone, but I mean, it's just too little, too late for this Hoxie team, and it's been a great game from them, but they've just struggled to punch it in. And he's going to get tripped up. Slaughter will. He has not been in the game much of this second half, but they'll put him back out there to end it. And just a short, lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Well, you can just see Hoxie deflated right now with the scoreboard. As it is, the clock under 3 minutes now. Hoxie not in any hurry to get their offensive plays called or underway.
Barnhill done a great job of commanding this offense tonight. Just
don't have the firepower.
Martinez, though, he's been 1 star for this Hoxie team tonight, and he will get another gain.
He and Slaughter are both probably pretty close to 100 yards for the Mustangs. They're probably 70 yards, something like that. Both Max Slaughter and Robert Martinez for the Mustangs.
Yeah, this Hoxie team really spreads the ball out to a lot of different players. You see Martinez there kind of gripping at his chest there, kind of maybe losing his breath there or hurt. Could be collarbone, hopefully not. And they'll be smart to pull him off, maybe keep him from getting any worse.
Well, and all's not lost because next week will be a big, big game here at Crowder Field, even though Hoxie probably eliminated from playoff contention after tonight. But that is a big, big crosstown rivalry as Walnut Ridge. Technically not a crosstown rivalry, but the two towns butt up against each other, so might as well call it a crosstown rivalry.
Absolutely. I mean, Hoxie and Walnut Ridge are just right there together within a minute or two of each other. So
all these kids grew up together, and so a bit a lot on the line next week. Newport hosts Harrisburg, which actually beat Hoxie last week, but I don't see Newport having any trouble with Harrisburg next week, and that game is at Newport.
Especially with the way they've handled Hoxie tonight. Just done everything they've needed to, and some more. We got 1:50 to go on the clock. Big third down. They'll go for it definitely out on 4th. If they don't get it, I mean, it'll probably end the game there.
Yeah, if they pick up first down, it'll probably be the last series of downs of the ball game. But a big play here on 3rd down and 2.
Definitely. They'll want to convert brownie points if they do. And they'll give it to
He'll
the fullback up the middle, and he'll get a good run.
Slaughter back in the game with a nice carry there on 3rd and 2. Picks up the first down.
First down for Hoxie. Slaughter had a great night, and they're going to send Nichols out there now for him. And see there that right leg of Max Slaughter as he went off the field.
Slaughter's obviously banged up. He hadn't played a whole lot here in the second half after a very strong first half. But like I said, back up, Christian Nichols has done a nice job from the fullback position. Speaking of which, he does a good job there on first down to pick up a gain of 4.5, 5 yards on fullback dive.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 or so there. And it's in 1 minute to go here in a few seconds left in the game. And I just I want to say on behalf of Suncom Media, at least Suncom 1, that this is our last regular season game of the year. I just want to thank everybody for coming out with us. Thank all the crew back in the truck and everybody, even you, Steve. Great and camera work as well. It's been a great year, and I hope to see you all back here next year, and maybe some. And next week, they'll have a game on Suncom 2 as well. We mentioned that will be Gosnell at Westside for senior night. You'll want to tune in that at 6:35 p.m. next week.
And look for the Suncom basketball schedule, which will be publicized on Facebook pretty in the very near future. They do a great job with basketball broadcasts as well. And Nathan, it's been a very enjoyable honor to be up here in the booth with you tonight. You've done a great job with the play-by-play, brother.
I appreciate that, Steve. You've had great color tonight as well. Makes my job a whole lot easier. And with the first down, that is going to end the game. 40-12, Newport going to win this one and extend their record to 7-2. Hoxie will take another loss and will miss out on the playoffs this year, their first time in 8 years. So it's been a great game. Steve, you got any players you want to mention before we head out of here?
Well, Newport, once again, was such a stable of athletes. Greer does a good job running the football, well over 100 yards. Luke Reynolds commands this offense very effectively from quarterback. Hats off to Tom Sears and the Hoxie Mustangs. They fought hard. They did all they could do, just not near the athleticism possessed by this Newport football team. Once again, I look for Newport to make a very long run in the 3A playoffs this year.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of teams to contend with. Salem, most notably, the biggest elephant in the room. But it's been a great season, and on behalf of everyone here at Suncom and for Steve, I'm Nathan Pankey, and thanks for joining us this season. Suncom 2, we'll see you next week at Westside for senior night where they take on Gosnell. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you around.